The unforgettable. Hug. Beyond dating. Rules. The scripted world of modern dating. In today's dating world, interactions are often scripted. Men and women alike find themselves caught in a loop of strategies. How long to wait before replying, what to wear, how to flirt without looking desperate. These rules of modern dating create an atmosphere where connection becomes a performance rather than an experience. But beneath all the noise lies something deeper, quieter, and infinitely more powerful: presence. And presence is never more visible, never more felt, than in something most of us take for granted: a simple hug. The hug is a forgotten language of intimacy. To most, a hug is functional. It's a greeting, a goodbye, or a quick checkpoint before real intimacy begins. Yet psychology suggests otherwise. Carl Jung once observed, "The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed." A hug is exactly that kind of transformative moment. It is body to body, energy to energy, bypassing words and intellect. In that instant, what matters is not cleverness, beauty, or technique, it is presence. The tragedy? Most hugs are rushed, mechanical, or half-hearted. A pat on the back, a polite squeeze, and then release. These gestures leave no memory, no imprint. But when a woman knows how to bring presence into the embrace, she becomes unforgettable. Embodied communication. Psychologists call this embodied communication, the ability to transmit emotion, safety, and meaning without words. For men who often live in a state of performance, leading, striving, fixing, such moments of embodied presence strike deep. The woman who offers this becomes not just attractive, but magnetic. Let's break down the 5 hidden shifts that turn an ordinary hug into an unforgettable imprint. Emotion. Safety. Meaning. 1. The melt turning tension into trust. Most hugs end too soon. They are transactional, more like a handshake, with arms than an actual connection. But the woman who knows how to melt, to soften her shoulders, lean her weight slightly into him, rest her head naturally, and stay just 3 seconds longer, changes everything. Why? Because her body communicates, "I am safe. I am here. I'm not in a rush to leave." Those extra seconds bypass his rational mind and sink into his nervous system. A melted hug is rare, healing, and unforgettable. It tells him, without words, that he doesn't need to perform. He can simply exist. 2. The breath, the signal of safety. Breath is primal. Unlike words or smiles, it cannot be faked. When you hold your breath in a hug, your body unconsciously signals tension and guardedness. But when you exhale softly into him, you send a different message: "I trust this. I trust you. I can relax here." Neurologically, breath calms the nervous system. Because humans mirror one another's emotional states, your release helps him release. Your softness becomes his softening. And because men rarely experience this in daily life, where they are pressured to remain stoic, composed, and in control, this moment becomes intoxicating. He will not remember the breath consciously, but he will remember how he felt: calm, chosen, trusted. 3. The whisper, the secret language of intimacy. Most hugs are silent. That's why a whisper, soft, low, close to his ear, creates shockwaves of memory. It doesn't need to be profound. A simple, "you give good hugs," or "I needed this today," becomes unforgettable because of the context, warmth, closeness, and voice layered together. A whisper works because it feels secret. In a world where everyone is loud, to whisper is to invite him into a private world. It breaks through the noise of performance and creates emotional intimacy. For men who rarely experience words delivered in such a vulnerable, personal way, this whisper echoes long after the hug ends. 4. The hand's touch that speaks without words. Most people let their hands hang lifelessly during a hug. But intentional touch, resting your palm at his neck, a soft squeeze, fingertips tracing his back, anchors the moment. Hands act like punctuation in the language of touch. They say, "I feel you. I want to be here." Men in particular are starved for nurturing touch. Outside of romance, they often receive very little physical affection. That's why a woman's intentional, calming touch pierces through his defenses. It makes him feel both cared for and desired, a combination so rare that it becomes unforgettable. 5. The release, letting him go first. Every hug ends, but how it ends matters. Most people rush to pull away, afraid of awkwardness. Yet the woman who doesn't let go first sends a powerful message. I'm not in a hurry to escape. I am comfortable in this closeness. I trust you to decide when it ends. This subtle choice reverses the script. It places him in the role of choosing the release, deepening his sense of connection. His nervous system records the difference. She stayed. She wasn't calculating the clock. She trusted the moment. And because this is so rare, he will remember it long after. Why this matters more than any dating trick. Dating advice often obsesses over text strategies, witty lines, or appearance. But what truly imprints on memory are micro moments of presence. Presence creates memory. Memory creates longing. Longing creates connection. And in a world of rushed gestures and surface-level attraction, a woman who knows how to hug with presence becomes the exception. She slows time. She leaves behind a calm imprint in his nervous system. She becomes unforgettable not because she tried to impress him, but because she let herself be felt. As Jung wrote, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. In the stillness of a hug, who you truly are is revealed. You cannot fake presence. You cannot fake trust. And that is why 99% of men rarely experience it, yet when they do, they never forget.